Every once a year when Christmas comes, I pack my sled with dolls and drums, and I'm on my way with happiness for little girls and boys. Oh, there isn't any place too far. I go wherever children are, always on my way with happiness wrapped up in fancy toys. On the Merry Christmas.
Hey, kids, I bet he's asleep now, I bet you. I feel sorry for Santa. Yeah, man. He's sure tired and worn.
Yeah.
His house looks so wacky, hacky hula.
Him claws very volatility and clon. Da.
See, he helped everyone at Christmas, but no one they think of Santa Claus. Well, we could do something for Santa if we only just tidied his house.
Sure. Ja, danke.
Let's pitch in. 'Cause we want to do something for Santa. We want to make a real big fuss. We want to do something for Santa, 'cause he's always doing something for us. I'll polish pans that are rusted. Give everyone shiny face. I'll see all the furniture's dusted and things in proper place.
I'll scrub the floor all clean and neat. No spot will pass my nigh.
I'll shine his shoes with a boogie beat, and here's the reason why. Oh, we know we owe much to Santa for making every Christmas day. We want to do something for Santa.
Come in our little bay. Thank him for the happiness that came our way.
Santa, for making every Christmas gay. We want to do something for Santa, and in our little way, thank him for the happiness that came our way.
What's that?
Merry Christmas, Santa!
A Christmas present for me?
And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. I think that's a little high. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. That's probably okay. I think that's a little high. And a one fish, two fish. All right, Twitch is good. Let's go take a peek in the YouTube. There's the YouTube. I'll put the YouTube over there, though. It's a little high. And a one fish, two fish. All right, Twitch is good. Let's go take a peek in the YouTube. YouTube is good. All righty. I don't know. I'm kind of starting a new project, and I was sort of... I guess I'll do 80s aerobics. That's what I've come up with for today. Let's take a look at our sample outfits that we have gathered around here and kind of decide which way to go. I think I want you with photos. And we'll move you over here. All right. Yo, Lund, how are you doing? Merry Xmas to you too. Leg warmers. We're gonna do leg warmers. We'll do. I haven't quite decided the bodysuit. I think we're gonna do tights. I'm not sure I'm gonna do shoes or not. I'm sitting. I kind of like this thing here. And Festivus, exactly, Festivus for the rest of us, baby. Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Mas, something like that. Is this the last day of Hanukkah, or is that on Christmas this year? I forget. I'm thinking we'll definitely need. I did just do leg warmers, but I'm going to do leg warmers again. Jane Fonda workout, something like that. I'm thinking I had one in here. So I kind of like this sort of suspender thing. We're definitely going to do leg warmers. I'm going to include tights. So I'm going to go back to a pair of pantyhose and we're going to rework those. My pantyhose are a little lower on the hip. We're going to move those up all the way up to about the waist. Also, what I'm thinking of doing is maybe a shirt that's maybe a crop top shirt. So maybe we'll do a shirt like this with a body suit like that. We'll do this. And then I think in this case, I think I'll do what they've got going on here. We'll chop the leggings off on the toes, and then we'll add a saddle strap, leg warmers to go with that. That makes it a little different than the leg warmers I did for the 80s outfit, which I submitted to Daz a few weeks back. So that's what we're doing. Oh, by the way, Letterman outfit is now available at Daz. Check it out. Our good friend Charles won't be with us tonight. He is has worked 10 hours today. Christmas is a busy time at the bakery. I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to be very tired tomorrow. Although they might close early because it's Christmas Eve, so fingers crossed. But he goes in so early anyhow. Probably doesn't make a difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to redo the tights. We're going to take the toes off the tights. We're going to raise it up so the waist for the tights is up about in here. I'm going to add, so, and then we'll make suspenders out of it, and then we'll make a little shorter top that'll go in it. And of course we'll add a headband. Did I do a headband with the 80s outfit I just did? I can't even remember now. How sad is that? I'm kind of thinking I may not have, but we gotta go check the pictures. I can't even remember what I did 3 weeks ago anymore. How sad is that? We're gonna go to promos. We're looking at the 80s Valley outfit, which is actually I have to do a few more tweaks on the fringe outfit I'm working on, and then I'm going to send that over to Valkyrie tonight so that she can get started on making texture add-on, and then I'm going to get ready to submit that to Daz. But what do we got here? I don't think I did a headband. I didn't do a headband, so we can do a headband. I did do these things, but so we'll do the sweatbands, right? That was we'll do sweatbands on the arms, and we'll do a sweatband for the head. We'll do a top. I'll do this kind of bottom thing, so it'll have the suspenders that'll go up. We'll do tights, and then with that, we'll match it with these saddle strap leg warmers. So we're going to start with the pantyhose and go from there. So we've got Marvelous Designer floating around here somewhere. And in this case, this waist is a little low. I actually want it up here. So we're going to rework this so this actually comes up just under the waist. I think. Actually, is that where it goes? Part of me says yes, but part of me says that's your belly button right there. So I think, and that's actually about at the belly button level. So I don't know. Maybe I am in a good spot. I think I'm actually going to split the difference between where I am now and the actual belly button. Oh no, I'm on the belly button. So I'm actually in a good spot. So I'm actually almost done with these, except we're just going to chop the toes off. So we'll do that. And then we'll go ahead and add the bodysuit over this. We'll do this, then we'll do the top, then we can do the, I don't know what in the world you even call that part of a leotard. Half leotard? I don't know. Anyhow, let's first things first, let's work on the foot. I'm going to start here, and we're going to cut across. So I'm going to put a point right there, so I know where I'm at. So we'll just drop a split in there. Maybe not. I'm going to put a split right there. We'll just take a line and we'll just run this across. And we'll rearrange that until I'm happy with where that is. Okay, you see that's too far back. I think we're going to slide that up a little bit further. And I can't see chat anymore. God dang it. Let's arrange Marvelous Designer so something happens in chat. I can actually see it. Put you over there. Swing you up into here. Bring you down. Over here. All right, and what are we doing? We're going to move that point. I don't know. Right about there. Back a little bit further. I think I'm going to do this. Yo, Rod, how are you doing today? All right, let's do this. Extend trim to pattern outline. I'm going to need that to be 62.4. So I don't know, where is this point? I think I'm coming into that point's right about there. That length needs to be 70.2 for right here. Do a split, 70.2. I'm going to hope that's good. Then I'm going to hope that 62.4 can go right there. 62.4. We'll run a little line across that. How are you doing tonight, Rod? On the eve before Christmas Eve. No, that's totally in the wrong spot. No. Oh, no. Just got home from Red Robin. You like that Red Robin, don't you? And a great wellness check. Yay. Wellness check for the win. You're in the wrong spot. I want you to be... Yeah, I do want that back further. Why are you all the way? A little further forward. I'm going to undo. I'm going to move this a little bit more this way. Probably good. I want to add a little bit. I think I need to add a little curve in here, don't I? So we'll just do that. Get that to come over here a little bit better. I think that's probably good. Now I have to set up a line on the bottom of the foot over here. You gonna outlive that? Probably. All right. See, I can't figure out. Is this lining up to that? 1.7, 1.7, 172.7. I think those are pretty close. A tricky point is getting these to line up with that. I'm going to put a split point right there. Nah, early next year, they'll develop life extension tech. No. Oh, the horror. The horror. I'm going to put a split right there. Right there. Split point. Dag nabbit. Right there. Oh, for crying out loud. Just let me click and say split. There we go. Oh my god, you had the cutest server tonight. She looked like she stepped out of Poser Dance. Is that your idea? I don't know if that's cute or not. That would scare me. It's weird when I see somebody that looks like a Daz character. And I don't mean the celebrity lookalikes. Every now and then I like spot somebody in the wild who looks like one of my OCs. And I'm going, oh my God. All right, I'm going to move that just a little bit more. It's probably close enough. I think I'm at the point where I can probably cut this and call it good. And then we can tweak the sewing a little bit. Nope, I just hit the wrong button. Okay, we're just going to cut that. And then we're just going to cut that one. Make a dad scene about it and post it in the gallery on Saturday. That's an idea. All right, those are gone. Those are gone. And real quick, we're working on 80s aerobics wear tonight. Something like this, but not with the giant baggy shirt. I'm going to put kind of a crop top shirt underneath there. So we're having hose, leg warmers, whatever hell you call that thing, and a top. I'm just going to call it a bottom. And we'll probably start off by making it like this, and then we'll add straps and give it some shape. And I think, in retrospect, I think that waistband's going to be good. We're going to bring the cutouts on the thighs all the way up here. And then I want it to come maybe just a little bit. I may actually shorten that up now that I think about it. Maybe right about in there, and then we can put the suspenders up. So I think I'm going to start with, let's let this relax out a little bit. Let's come over here and see where that crotch is actually lining up. No, I don't want too saggy of a crotch. Translucent surface. You know what? That's actually a pretty good fit. That's just why I keep reusing. Okay, let me save this before I accidentally overwrite it. File, save as project. Let's go to projects. Let's go into the 80s. Let's go into the, and you know what? Let's go give this a name. Aerobics outfit. So this is going to be 80s. I don't think I'm going to call it aerobics outfit. And I'm not going to call it, there's something already out there called physical. There was the Jamie Lee Curtis movie, Perfect, if you remember that one. I'm sure Rod does. And Charles probably owns a copy. Mostly because Charles owns a copy, I think, every film ever made, but are pretty close. We're going to be lazy. We're going to use our good friend ChatGTP because I'm evil that way. We're gonna expend 48 liters of water on this one's question. Okay. Names for an 1980s inspired aerobics outfit. And if you say physical, I'm going to beat you senseless. Turbo stretch. Power pulse. Actually, power pulse. Lycra lightning. Lycra is actually a trademark. I think we might not. Jazzercise darling. Leg warmer for pony. The Jane Fonda effect. Dream VHS. Actually, I kind of like Dream Body. Let's see what else we have here. Maximum Burn Babe. No Pain, All Gain. Sweatband Siren. Actually, Sweatband Siren. I, I kind of, except I'm always a little leery of abbreviations that are SS. Aero Babe. I don't want to say Aero Babe. I don't want to say aerobics. Mall Mirror. No. Green Body might be good. I'm thinking. Or the Power Pulse is actually not too bad. Cardio Queen, Sweat Sensation. Maybe I'll just call it Power Pulse, but the abbreviation for that is PP. I don't know, Power. Let's make it let's make it a Gen Z remix and see what. Make it a Gen Z remix. Let's see what we can come up with here. I can't believe Gen Z's graduated college already and are in their middle 20s. Main character warm up, low impact, high drama. Retrocore. Ooh, retrocore I like. I like that. That sounds cool. Retrocore cardio, RC. That's actually can work. The burn error, algorithm approved. Let's see what else we got here. Emotionally attached, cardio is personal stretching. I actually need it to be a little shorter. And I don't want to say aerobics. I kind of liked the retrocore. Aerocore. Maybe aerocore. Maybe I'll call it aerocore. We're going to use aerobics, but we're going to work core into it instead. That's what this is going to be the aerocore outfit. I'm going to go with that. So where was I? I was over here, Marvelous Designer. All right, let's set up my directories before I forget this name. We're going to go over into the projects folder here. We're working in the 80s over here. I'm going to need a template though. I need a people, I need a runtime, I need a template. Let's copy those. Let's come over here to the 80s. And you know what? I'm going to, actually, let's put that right here. New folder. Arrow. Core outfit. Did I spell that right? I think I did. All right, let's paste that stuff right there. Did I save you somewhere? I don't think I got you saved properly. Save as aerobics alpha PRG. Where did you go? Are you up in here? Yeah, you're right there. I should just delete you and resave into a different spot. Let's do that. Save as project over here. And I need a whip folder. And we'll put it right in here. Aerocore. Okay, what do we want to do next? I think I said I was going to do the top. Let me see. So let me settle on a top. Do I just want to go with this or do I want to go? No, I don't want that. So let's come back. It's Kathy Lee Crosby. She played Wonder Woman. I think she was Wonder Woman before Linda Carter. If anybody actually remembers that monstrosity of a made-for-TV movie. My other option was to make sure to include a belt. I think Jamie Lee Curtis wore something similar to this in Perfect. Most of these are kind of low. I'm not getting a lot of just the tops. Maybe I should just go with the bodysuit with a, except I really kind of like that thing. So maybe we'll do half a body. Maybe we'll do half a regular, relatively low cut bodysuit. Will probably, maybe something like that. Or do I want to do, yeah, I want to do the short sleeves. I think it'll help hold the straps on better. And that's actually probably a t-shirt. So maybe we'll do something like that. And she's wearing leg warmers that are pulled over the feet. I think I want to do the strap, the saddle straps though, or the stirrups. I think that's what it is. Okay. All right, let me get the, we're going to put a tight fitted shirt. And then we're going to put that actually goes up above the belly button a little bit, doesn't it? So I kind of need the shirt to come down to about here. I'm thinking of slacking on this. Let's try this. A lot of energy going into just figuring out what I want to begin with. All right, let's get the polygon tool out. And I'm just going to set it. I'm just going to kind of, so we're going to have a collar through here. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to come through here with the arms. I'm going to fit it like so, and we'll pull it down, and we'll bring it down through here, and kind of back up again. All right, I'm going to do this first, and then we're going to see about adding the arm to that. All right, let's switch you to quad optimized. Let's add some curve to this. We'll bring that around like so. Actually, we'll convert you to a curve point. Maybe we'll just bring you down in here. Oh, it's a little too snappy. And I'm pushing that until this is about 90. So I'm gonna try this. Actually, I probably should just bring you down a little bit more like so. Maybe that'll be better. We'll try that. I'm going to convert you to a curve point. And then I want to bring this down a little bit and have a curve in here. Oh no, look at that. It did that thing again where it left the grid behind after it moved to the pattern. Dagnabbit. There's a way to fix it. I have to kind of nudge it back into place. There we go. That's not as cute as people at Marvelous Designer probably thinks it is. All right, let's bend you a little bit like so. I can't quite get this. It wants to keep snapping on me. Which is annoying. God damn it. The snappiness in this thing is just insane. All right, that might work. Let's try this. I'm just going to dupe this in the back and we'll make the collar shorter or shallower. This is going to be way too tight, I can already tell. All right, I'm going to flip those normals. I'm going to take you and put you in the back. We'll just sew the shoulder and the sides up. Put that over there. I'm going to sew the back and the front. Okay, I'm going to pull. I'm going to tweak this in the back a little bit. Let's see how this works. You aren't moving as fast as the other one. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, we're going to need the... Here, let's put the strain map on. So we're going to try to get that to be a little less red. I'm not worried about the pantyhose so much, but that shirt I think is probably a little too tight. So I think maybe we'll start by just stretching it out. Let's come over here. Let's do this. Grab those. I'm just going to pull those out like that. Yo, Emerga, your first free Monday. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I know. I had a client reach out to me just as I was getting ready to stream. I was already running late. And today I'm doing Marvelous Designer. I'm doing well enough, thanks. How you doing? You finally got a Monday free. I think I'm going to move the shoulder in a little bit. That's a little bit better. I got a little weird point right there. I think if I maybe just adjust you a little bit. And then we're going to tweak that just a little bit to get that to be a bit less than 90. Studies are still interesting. So far so good. Okay. All right, I'm going to move this in. I'm paying attention to that distance over the other side. That says 50.7, and I'm snapped to something because that's just like Marvelous Designer is way too 50.7. I'm trying to remember 50.7. I went too far. Was it 57.1? I forgot now. Dang it. No, it was 50.7. Never mind. $50.7, that works. I need to tighten that up on the underarms a bit though. I need to be a little deeper in the back and a little shallower in the front. And so we'll take this up a little ways. QuickTime is really at a premium since starting. Yeah, I get that. Where do I want you? You know what? I'm going to lose that point. I'm just going to drag this one around. I'm still really tight through the chest and tight in the shoulders. But I'm not too bad through the midsection, which means maybe I just need to pull these over a little. I think that's a little better. I might go with that. Curious how long it'll take Blender to be better than Clo or Marvelous. I don't know. I have to take a look at the see where Blender is standing right now with its cloth. The cloth sim's not bad. It's just that I don't know. It's not. Is it a real time? It's not real time though. I have to admit, it is really nice being able to work real time. If I remember correctly, the cloth sim is still you got to run the timeline. Real life can be a real PETA. Okay, I think that's gonna be all right. I'm gonna go ahead and weld this up. How's my back looking? We're gonna merge this. Actually, I want to bring that down further. We're gonna check our this. She's actually a little further, but she's one of the more. That one's pretty deep. That one's actually getting into the cleavage. That one is just at the neck. That's a little. That's pretty low. That's actually dipping into the cleavage there. Oh, that's all cleavage, baby. I can't tell with this one. I think I'm going to make it a little lower. And I think maybe we'll make it a little narrower towards the bottom too. So before I do this, we're going to just take these and head down to maybe, I'm going to take it maybe down into there. I think let's adjust to this point. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this over about there and then we'll just add a point. But it can use the Vulkan API, so should help. I'm not even familiar with what that is. Is that a cloth engine? Is that what I want? I think that's what I want. I think I'm going to go with that. Okay. We're going to add some really short sleeves onto this. But like I said, I want to do some merging. Moage. And we'll do the same thing over here. All right, now I'm going to add a sleeve. We'll just make it straight and kind of short. And we'll do the traditional bell shape to it. So I'm just going to, let's just draw out a rectangle to start with. Kind of like that. Let's switch that over to optimized quads. Let's stick some curve points in here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to split that. Yeah, I'm going to put a split right there instead. I want to split it right in the middle. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, I clicked on you, but you don't bring up the right menu. Uniform split. Okie dokie. All right, let's make a bell curve out of that. Oh, it's being painfully slow now. It likes to do that when I'm on stream. I'm doing this so I can get the handles. Alrighty. Now we're going to flatten you out up here. And these look pretty good, so I think maybe just make them a little deeper. All right, we're going to start with that. Now I'm going to do some measuring. So this is the front curve. So the front curve is 189.4. And we're going to change length on that. 189.4. I think that's correct. 189.4. Yep, okay. Where did you get the stupid dip in here? You weren't shaped that way. You're supposed to be over there. Now I got to redo this again. And you know what? I'm going to just pull you. And what am I doing? I'm going to 189.4. So we're going to try that again. Change the length. 189.4. Okie dokie. All right, let's measure the back side. 206.8. So you know what? I'm just going to drag that out. Adjust the angle on that. Missed. .208.6. Was that what I? Come on here and say change length. 208.6. I'm going to double check that because I just went the wrong way. Damn it. Change length. I forgot to I want to go end on that. 208. 8.6. Okay, let's see how that's 206.8. Damn it. And you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to just adjust this. And now we're going to redo that. Change length the other way. 206.8. Going to say okay. And then we want to just get these. I'm just going to line them up like this to start with. We're going to taper those just a little bit. But for right now, I think we're going to start. Let's get this sewn onto here. Where are you? I have to turn off the strain map because if I don't get my gizmo. Why? I don't know. I think I can do it with the end tool. So you're going to get sewn into here. You're going to get sewn into here. I think that should be good. So we'll let this go and let it wrap around the arm. We'll let that settle down. Or maybe not. You don't want to settle. Why is everything hidden? What kind of... Oh, I'm in translucent or something over here, aren't I? It's like I can see it flash past me as it taunts me, as it doesn't actually activate itself. Oh, that is annoying. Nope. Arg, arg. I'm stuck in translucent because it won't let me change. I'm going to sew the bottom together. I have the feeling I'm going to have to... Oh, now you're back. What tool did I have going on? I have the normal. You know what? I did switch this to translucent, but now I can't seem to get it back. I definitely want that sleeve to be shorter and tapered a little bit. Also, part of me kind of wants this out a bit more, but I think... I don't know. What's the strain map look like? The stress map? How about our strain map? You know what? I think that's okay. Maybe I just flatten that out a little bit. I don't know. Let's just get the sleeve shorter to begin with. I think I'm going to have to hit save and then reload. And microcontrollers move much more than I wish to admit. Oh, well, that's the game. I'm thinking. That makes me think that this should be a little less, maybe this way. Oh, poor little bot buddy. Thanks for that band, man. Appreciate it. Is it still pushing up that way? What if we unstrengthen that and then run this? I think this is going to be okay. I think I'm going to taper these in a little bit, pull it a little tighter on the arm. Get the chances when you can. We seem to get about one a stream. You went the wrong way. You're supposed to go that way. And then that way. And I can't tell. I like that. I think I'm going to go with that. This could still be a little... Yeah, it's probably fine. I think I'm going to go with that. Okay. We're going to just change the length on these just a little bit. What was this? I still remember this one. It was 206.8. Nope. Change length. 206.8. We want to go the other way. Okie dokie. And also, I've forgotten what this was. That's a 189.4. Change length. 189.4. Okie dokie. All right, let's see how this looks. I'm going to tweak these just a little bit. Why is there not a handle there? Oh, you got converted to... Damn it. That's what accidentally happened. Okay, 206.8. Remember that. I'm using the wrong tool. Okay, now I'm going to tweak this because that's totally off. So this should give me an angle down there that's like close to 90, kind of like that. And then I have to reset that, was that 189 something? 1894. Probably good. All right, let's see how that's looking. All that working out. It's even bunchier than before. Almost 2 a.m. Tomorrow is Xmas Eve. You'll hit the hay. Hey, thanks you for being here, man. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Emerga. Good to see you. And a Happy New Year. Hopefully I see you before then, but if I don't. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Something like that. I don't know. Good thing I'm not a music streamer. I would be totally unemployable. All right. I think I just need to make sure that 69.7 is equal to this, 68.4. I'm just going to pull that till it's... I want that to be a little shallower, and that says 659. So I want to move this point till that's like 659, and that's still 208. I can't read that number. 668. 659. 648. 659. I think I'm... How is that looking? I think I'm now just messing things up. You know what? It doesn't look so bad back here. It's a little bunchier than I like right there, but I think I'm going to live with that. So I think what we're going to do is just dupe this over to the other side. And I do want the shirt to be a little lower on the hose, so we'll just drag those bottom lines down. Chris makes a selection and nothing happens, so we'll try it again. All right. I think that'll be fine. Are you still... It taunts me. It makes me think that just for a second it's going to be good, but then it vanishes. Is there a way to do it through here? Display. Window. No, display. It's a type of display. Avatar render style. 2D garment rendering style. You know what? I think I can change it over here. Thick texture surface. There we go. All right, let's work on the stirrupy part now. I'm gonna start as like maybe a French cut. Because now I got that shirt so far down, I can't. I probably should take that shirt up just a little bit. After I went to all the trouble to take it down that far. Because that's going to be right near the hip cutout. Okay, probably good. All right, let's do this. Let's just put those up there for right now. And then I'm going to just box out. I'm using the wrong tool. I know that now. Let's do that. Quad optimized. It's probably a way to set that up so that it remembers quad optimized. Okay, flip normal. Am I looking right at it? Of course I am. Let's put you back here. Let's sew you, and you. Let's do that. That didn't work. Let's try that again. All right, let's see how this goes. It should be too tight, and it's just dropping all the way through the ground, so we're going to stop that. I'm going to turn the simulations properties off for right now. Also, I'm going to give this a layer that it wants to be on top. So it just doesn't do it naturally. It's going to want to feel a little motivation. It's have it get on top like that. Okay, so we're going to take it all a bit higher. The back we're going to just straighten straight up. So let's do that. Let's just take you and go that way. One. You know what? I'm just going to drag you up until you snap straight. How's that look? I think that's going to be fine. Okay, this needs to be way up here. So I think I'm going to take all of these points and run them up a little bit. And then I'll worry about how let's see how that goes. Pretty close. I'm now getting a little bunchy in there. Okay, so now we need to do some shaping. I like that. That back's not too bad, except for that weird roll under there. And we do need to taper that in. So kind of I just need to grab that point, kind of bring that all the way over, like so. Not too bad. Except my shirt's not wanting to stay. I think if I just tuck it in. There we go. I'm pulling that up so I can see that edge. That's what I'm looking for. And then I can just kind of grab that and pull it down. Kind of like that. What I should do is make this invisible and then I can tuck on the stuff underneath it. Like this. So you can't see that, but it's still having the effect on the t-shirt. I should make the t-shirt another color. Let's set up a few colors here. Bump, 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 bump. Add. I totally clicked on it. See, there it is. Shirt. Excellent. Let's give that a color. Let's apply it to the shirt. Excellent. You know what? I'm going to give a layer to the hose. We're going to give it a minus number so that it wants to sit underneath the shirt. And then what I can do is kind of just pull that. I think that's going to work. It's pretty freaking tight. All right. Probably okay. 8:10. We still have 50 minutes before I'm going to call it a night. All right, let's bring you back into view. And now, you're too far up now. I need to bring you down in the back. And the front is just barely cutting it. So we just grab these and take that down until this is a little bit under that. Also, I probably have to make these a little. Let's try this again and see if it actually does anything. Still a little high. You know, this is just not even. I mean, I kind of want that, but this. Do I really have to just do this? Really? All right, I'm going to just make this a little wider. I'm thinking I need to put a little bit of a. Of course, you didn't do anything. Maybe a little bit of like that. And does that allow me to pull this back up? I'm close now. I'm almost there. Okay, I'm just going to tweak a little bit of a curve in here. I think I'm going to kind of do it like this. Yeah, I've clicked on it and it doesn't move. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. We'll just put a little maybe I should pull these in. I wasn't paying attention what that length should be, 50.4. I think I'm close. Just a matter of getting this shirt to tuck in a little bit better. I think I'm there. Although I still want that to be in a little bit more. It's doing that thing where it's thinking about adding a point and then it doesn't let me move it right away. How big are you? Touched it with the wrong tool. Let's change the length on that. Let's make it 15. And then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. Change the length on that. 15. I'm going to tweak this just a little bit. Okay, we're going to hide this, pull the shirt down in the front. Or can I just pull the shirt down in the front from here? Something like that. I think I'm going to maybe make the shirt a little shorter still. And then we'll do another round of tucking it in. So I don't know, maybe I go that way with it. Go that way with it. Take it up a hair. Let's hide this. Okay, let's activate the sim. And let's see if I can just get that pulled in and straightened up a bit. I have the sneaking suspicion I can still make it maybe a little tighter through here. Do I have a little point in there? I do. All right, and if I bring you back to view. Oh, so all that tugging in there just janked this up, didn't it? I should get you into place and then freeze you. That's what I should do. Because every time I work that shirt, it actually ends up just pulling this thing in the wrong direction. And now I lost all the smoothness I had in here. It's all getting bunched up underneath. Actually poking out it through here again. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. Not even sure why I clicked on that. Maybe I just need to make the hips in a little. Maybe just bring those down. Just realize, damn it. I'm going to try this again. Let's try this. All right, I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to put that back. Put that back. Do this. Sew those back together again. Pretty close. All right, let's go ahead and add the suspenders to this before I get too far along. Find one with the suspenders. That has suspenders, but I don't like those ones. That's so kind of like this. So we're going to pull and then we'll curve. So actually, I think I'm going to choose a little spot here and then we'll just do an extend and narrow it. And I'll do the same thing on the back. And then we'll just bring those in. So they run kind of like that. Okay. Which means this probably can actually be higher. So maybe we'll just do that. Take this whole thing up a couple. Let that relax. Then maybe I can pull this back up a little more. And then, you know what? I'm just going to draw a couple of straps on here. We'll weld them onto these. I should probably make this flat though. Let's do that. Kind of like that. Do I have any? Yep, I'm just going to get rid of you. It's good. And I don't know. I'm going to measure this and then we're going to redraw it. So 32 by 446. So let's say 30, 440. Okay on that. There we go. Flip the normal on that one. Because I'm going to line you up back here. I'm going to line you up over here. Probably going to taper these in a little bit. I'm going to just eyeball that in. Okay, so if I put this right about there, and then put another right there, and take those, merge those. It'll get better. It'll get better. And then I think I want to take this and start it maybe about there. I clicked on the wrong thing. Right there. That's what I'm looking for. It's thinking. And I'm ready to go, baby. All right, how are you looking? I'm thinking it's kind of loose. So we can fix that. I think I want to have it come up a bit narrower, maybe. Oh, you didn't get change length. I'm going to do a change length on this. I'm going to say 15. And we're going to say both. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Because I got a size mismatch that I just didn't notice. And then I'll let it do that. And that just doesn't want to, it just insists on sliding off. I wanted to do that. All right, I'm going to curve these out now, get a smoother curve into here. What is the thing? Smooth curve. I'm just going to do that. Grab that point and smooth it out like so. Kind of do the same thing over here. Grab these. Head north. I like that. All right, we're going to do the same thing in the back. This time I'm going to pay attention to that measurement. I think I'm going to take that to about 40, 42. I think that's yeah, mine just keeps insisting on riding over the other side of the breast. I want it to just go over like that. I'm probably going to have to tweak things. All right, this can go away. I actually want it to be out a little bit. And that can go away. And then we're just going to take these, do that, sew up in the middle. Maybe something like that. I think it's weird. This looks like it's lower than that, even though it's not over here, just from the stretchiness. Probably good. I think, and then that just means, so let's go ahead and weld and merge these up. If I just say merge, does it do the thing? Yep, and then we do the same thing over here. I don't know, I'm looking. I'm thinking, how thick is this? That's actually thinner than what I've got here, so maybe I'm going to thin these out. Maybe just bring the whole... Oh, I hate it when it does that. Getting there. I'm going to tweak this little angle right here just a touch. Getting there. Alright, I'm going to play with the shirt some more, see if I can get it pulled down a little smoother. Let's hit save, just in case. And then hide that, hit the sim, see if you can just get this pulled down a little straighter and smoother. And here's hoping I'm not screwing the stirrups up too much. Because I feel like every time I do this without being able to see what I'm doing with these, they go haywire. It's pretty close. What I probably should do is add a little more, take a little bit of this and make it a little stretchier. What is my strain map looking like? Are these guys red? Those not even red. We can play with them some more. So I would like them to run up over here. What I should probably do is maybe just pin it to the t-shirt. We can cheat that way. I attack. We'll do attack. Can I just tack that to there? And you've just kind of gotten totally off. And then tack this to here. I think I'm good. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to close this. I'm going to reopen it. The shirt is still coming. I'm still going to, you know what, I'm just going to take these down. Here and here. Actually, I'm just going to lower that with these. Nothing ever sits right in the crotch in this program. There we go. Hit save. I'm going to close this. We're going to reopen it. See if it clears up this stupid... No, I've already fixed the stupid translucency. Let's Control A and let's set everything onto the same layer. See how that works. Let's add... I don't know. Let me see if I can find a name for this thing. It's driving me crazy. Suspender leotard. See if there's a proper name for that. Spandex suspender leotard. It is called a suspender leotard. Suspender leotard. Okay. Leotard. Alrighty. And you're going to be hose. You need a color. I keep clicking, I keep dragging, and nothing keeps happening. At some point, there we go. It's going to screw up and actually let me do something. Oops, I went too fast. There we go. All right, I'm going to think real quick about starting the leggings. You know what? I'm just going to draw a square in here. Set that to quad optimized. We'll just put some splits in here. We'll do some uniform splits. Maybe 5. I'm going to say okay to that. I'm going to extend that offset pattern outline. Let's say 100. Actually, that's probably too far, but I'm going to say okay for that. And we'll just bring you up a bit. We'll do the roundy thing with that. What are you? There we go. The smooth curve. I don't need you guys. We can get rid of you. And you. And then do the smooth curve. Paying attention to that number. We'll take it to 25. Try that. In the ballpark. So let's line this up on one side. And actually, let's come over here. Give it a color. Apply that. That's going to end up way over there. We'll move you like so. All right, let's sew this up. And then let's see if I can get this. So I think I need to move this forward. Maybe like that. And I'm thinking a little bit longer. At which point I can get away with this. It's acting a little funny. I'm going to turn forward gravity off or something in a second here. So I'm thinking a little wider, a little taller. I'm going to add some, I'm going to put a cut in here and we'll add some elastic to tighten it up at the top and the bottom. So I'm going to give ourselves a little bit more space back here for cool wrinkles. I'm going to run this up a ways and then we'll bring it down. Let's do this offset as an internal line. Let's say 15. And then let's drag the line through here. And let's see how this is looking. Should be kind of floppy and loose. And it got stuck in itself because that's just the way this program likes to roll. That's better. All right, let's put some elastic in here and here. And maybe in here. Just like that, that, this, that, and the other thing. There we go. Let's see if I just turn that on. What does it do? You know, that kind of works. Let's turn the gravity off. Well, gravity is off. Let's adjust the ground. So if I take the ground off, well, now you're just fighting me because of the elastic. Okay, fine. What if I get rid of that? And make those just a wee bit shorter. All right, let's put a... I need to do layers just for a second here, just to get that to pop up. And then I'm going to set that back to 0. Probably good. Why are my heels free? All right, let's go take a look at our, Hers is way up there. Those ones are lower. Those are actually close to what I've got. Although maybe I'll just, I don't know, kind of try to get it up into here. Does that happen if I grab this and just run it? Yeah, it's just really slippery, isn't it? I feel like I'm going to just have to pin it up there. Or put another... Let's try... Let's actually assign a cloth to this, like a thick something or other. So I'm going to undo back to there. I'm going to come over here to preset. And I don't know, is there like a... Let me see what the corduroy does. I need something relatively thick that'll give it some body. It'll keep it from wanting to go down too far. I don't know. That's probably going to be okay. I'm going to just dupe this to the other leg. Come on. Control D. Let's try this again. Is duplicate an option in here? Oh, you know what it is? I've got linked editing on here. I have to remove the linked editing first before I can do this. There we go. Let's take a look at these. I'm going to make my stirrup a little wider. We'll adjust this back. Why are you not... Why? Why ask why? One, two, three. One, two, three. Am I going the right way or going the wrong way? It does look thicker now. Would be nice if it would stick to the top a little bit better. All right, let's hit save. I think I've got most of the major parts done. We're coming up on 9. But we do have our tights. We do have our suspender leotard. I do have a shirt underneath that. Part of me is almost thinking I should take the shirt and run it under the crotch as well, but that'll give me just, I think, way too many. Already I've got 2 layers in the crotch. I don't know if I want yet another one in there. Okay, so I'm going to Stop this. Let's try the accurate fitting and see how well that works while I'm on stream. Could be a mistake. Oh, could have been worse. You know, now my top seems rolled under itself. God damn it. There we go. There we go. I think maybe we make these a little... I don't know. I think I'm in the ballpark here. I think I'm going to hit save. It's 6 minutes to 9. You know what? I think I'm going to call it a night here. So thank you all for being here. We saw Lund in the house. I had Rod Shelley and our good friend Murga popped in. Unfortunately, Charles couldn't be with us tonight. What is it? It's Tuesday. So if I don't see you Thursday, I will be. I'm planning to stream Thursday, even though it's Christmas. So if you want to come and hang out on Christmas, I'm probably going to be working on this outfit some more. That's the tentative plan now, but we'll see. We might be up to texturing it by then. I might not make a lot of progress on this because I've got to try to get something else finished up and submitted. So anyhow, Thursday, if I don't see you, Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Festivus for the rest of us. Yada yada yada. Anyhow, I gotta get these to stick up here. I'm going to figure out a way to do that. I think I just need to increase the friction or just make them looser, something. Because right now it just gets tight and then it just slides because there's not enough friction in here. So I'm going to play with that. Anyhow, let's see who's on Twitch. Hey, if you're on YouTube, I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe. That would be awesome. If you're on Twitch, feel free to stick around for the raid. Hey, happy Holly, etc. day. Don't do anything you wouldn't. Is there anything you wouldn't? That's the question. And wouldn't is different than can. I would do that, except my knees just don't do what they used to do. Anyhow, let's see who's on Twitch and go. Let's see if any of the art friends are on, or maybe we'll just go hang out with Euromakin. Zyra Stana is still on doing art. Josh Uwu's on. Let's go over and say hi to Josh. He's doing art as well. So we're gonna. It's actually it's Uwu Co official these days. So Uwu Co is doing art. It looks like Christmas Eve. There we go. He's got the spirit of the holiday. So let's do this. You have the raid calls if you want to join the raid. Feel free to copy that. If you're not a subscriber, if you are a subscriber, you can use this. Hey, I got a new item in the Daz store today. There you go. Buy my shit. We'll do the quick Daz ad. We got a couple of minutes. Off the Daz. What has Chris got in the store today? It is the Letterman jacket for Genesis 9. Sorry, it's only for Genesis 9. Because it's a male-oriented outfit, I don't make male-oriented outfits for the Genesis 8 males because it's just a pain in the ass. I'm just really not, and the sales wouldn't justify it. Where am I? Here we go. Letterman. And I may have done some of this on stream too. There we go. Look at that sharp-looking guy wearing that sharp-looking Letterman jacket. It's a jacket. It's pants. It has a belt. It's got penny loafers. And yada, yada, yada. There we are. Anyhow, that just came out today at Daz. Also, feel free to join the Discord. Thanks, Rod. Every Saturday, we do a Saturday night social. So if you post stuff into the gallery, we share that on Saturday nights on our Saturday night social, 8 p.m. That will be this Saturday. Also, if I'm not going to make a stream, I will announce it in the Discord. So I did have to do that Monday because stuff got a little out of hand. And okay, let's do this. Let's go over and say hi to Josh / raid if you're on Twitch and UwuCo official. There we are. Anyhow, happy Christmas Eve, and hopefully I see you Thursday. And if not, Merry Christmas from Mac the Commie Snowman and the goat. I've been watching the live feed of the goat. The goat hasn't burned yet, so it's going to be maybe another year where the goat lives, but we'll see how that works out. Anyhow, let's do this. Hey, I hope you'll have a good rest of a Tuesday or Wednesday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. And hasta la vista, baby.